happened last session? I wrote a journal and everything.
I forgot.
Let me pull out my notes. Oh yeah. We started with Ambrose going, "Oh God, dear God in heaven, help me,"
Yeah.
because he was being attacked on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he was being attacked.
Okay.
He climbed down the
Okay.
ladder.
Okay,
That's what the word is called. He climbed down the ladder, started getting attacked. Turned out to be a spider snake thing. We all go down there. Rana hates it because there's lots of spiders. We kick the thing's butt. Um, and then there's a flower, like a fey-looking flower that ends up having like a clone of Erica. But it's too young, and she doesn't know what happened. But we gave her all her books back. Rowan gave her spell book back, and then um, what else happened? Oh, she gave us like a lead on the halfling, the creepy halfling thing that might be targeting the hedge mages. Did we talk about anything else that was important? We went to her friend. What was his name? Timon. And yeah, we got a little bit more information on Prusika. I'm pretty sure she's a vampire. Oh, we asked Timon to like look into some things for us, and I have that list, including Althea's brand and how to get rid of it. Oh, and the cadre golem things, like what's going on with that. See if he can clue us into what's going on, so we can take him down. What else? Did we do anything else? We went back to get Althea's halberd. And then, there was a globe of darkness at the end, and something like scampered away when Lady Michaud dispelled the darkness. We slept the night at Lady Michaud's, and then Lady Michaud was just like pestering Ambrose. Show me something.
Yeah, she sicked her familiar on Ambrose, and Ambrose exploded into tentacles, which I think might have hit Althea too. I don't remember if we rolled anything at the end of that session, but
we did.
maybe just a little bit. Fine, it's happened before.
Yeah, that's fine.
And at this point, it'd be weird if it didn't happen.
Where it says 72 on the left-hand side of where you just typed 84.
But have we had a long? I'm sorry. Have we had a long rest, or did we just level up, but we're still where we were?
We had a long rest.
Okay, thank you. Just wasn't sure whether to hit that button or not.
Oh, did I hit that button? That's a good question.
And the spell that I want isn't in Forge.
Endium makes sense.
Oh yeah, so you gotta input it manually.
I need to get the details.
Did I miss anything? I think that was it.
Can you put the details for that spell into Discord? Thank you.
That's fought giant spiders, found the pod lady, returned all her books, saw the darkness orb on our way back, and then now Ambrose is standing in the garden with Lady Michaud and all them boys. Johnny was also rushing over because he heard commotion.
Yeah.
Yes, the arms of her or whatever it was you tentacled again.
Tentasplosion,
We also got a couple
like
more leads on Prusika, like maybe how to find her.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we left off, was Ambrose exploding into tentacles. And Johnny rushing out.
Okay. Thanks.
So Johnny barrels through Michaud right into the garden. Michaud tumbling down and into the dirt outside. She looks around, eyes wide, almost frantic, and scrabbles back into the house, and then turns to Johnny and says, You have to apologize. You have to apologize to the house.
I am sorry that I was violent. My friend is in trouble. I apologize.
You hear some rumbling from above. Uh, that quickly dissipates.
Okay. And Johnny looks at her and says, I truly am sorry. And looks at Ambrose.
Althea looks over at Lady Michaud and goes, "The house
She's
protects you, doesn't it?"
she's looking up and at the ceiling. She ignores the question.
Did we hear the rumbling? Like, does it the whole ceiling rumble or just like over in the back?
It's not. I mean, the ceiling doesn't rumble, but you hear rumbling from above the ceiling.
Oh.
I mean, it's a 4-story home.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm outside. What do I see when I look at Ambrose?
Uh, I mean, the normal stuff. He's got his. Oh gosh,
Sorry.
you
That
didn't
command
even
didn't
EM it
work.
properly.
It didn't work. I'm
uh,
sorry.
nothing out of the ordinary for Ambrose.
Okay.
How rude.
What's
He
rude?
looks at Ambrose. What's going on?
Just just a little bit of very a little bit of magical shenanigans between two very powerful wizards and warlocks and sorcerers and all that.
Johnny?
The Lady Michaud was
Michaud interrupts and says, "No, you inside. Come inside, and you have to apologize to the house. Get on your knees." And you can hear heavy footfalls from high above.
Johnny looks at Ambrose and says, Sir, I recommend that you do as Lady says.
She shakes her head. No, you have to.
Okay, fine.
yeah. She's talking to you, my man.
Okay. He'll go inside and he'll kneel down and say, I am sorry that I hurt you if I hurt you.
No, not to me. As she says that, something very large and bulky. One second, I'm gonna put you inside.
Okay.
Smashes into the ground next to the home from above,
Well,
Oops. This
and
one.
it rears back one of its large fists. Looks like it's about to try to smash Johnny into a pulp with it.
I'm ready to dodge action. Because I am so very limber.
Althea drops to her knees and puts her hands up in a non-threatening posture.
And Johnny said, I
Am-
said I was sorry and I meant it. What?
Is the
Mm,
door closed?
shouldn't be.
Oh.
My goodness.
Yeah, but you were apologizing to her, it seemed, at least to my reckoning.
She said, apologize to the house. And I
Prosthesis
said,
too big.
and he said, I apologize. I'm sorry for causing violence. And then he walked over to her and he says, I am sorry as well. And I didn't say the as well, but I am sorry. And he walked out. But no, I did exactly what she said to do.
All right. So as it rears back its fist, it starts to come forward and then stops and sort of lowers and just stands there passively.
Uh.
Lady Michaud, what's that?
So it's a stone golem, and it grabs hold of the side of the building and begins to climb up the wall.
Okay.
Is it your creation or is it someone else's?
She shakes her head and says, "It was my father's."
And is it your guardian or is it the guardian of the house? Because you asked me to apologize to the house.
Yes, and she nods vigorously, not differentiating between the two.
Okay. Lady Michaud, can you leave this house?
She says, "I don't want to."
I understand that. I'm not asking you to. I'm asking you if you can without any type of
Repercussions?
thank you. Yeah, words are hard.
Um, she says, she simply says no.
So you're trapped here?
Oh no, not at all. I have everything I need.
Well, but if you can't leave, then isn't that the same? Like, I don't know, are they familiar with the concept of house arrest?
Um, I mean, not really.
Okay.
There is, yeah, there is I mean, there's like, what do they call them? Wards that are taken and kept by families for various reasons, some of which include uh, like guarantee of proper behavior of their parents.
Mm-hmm.
So this house
Mm.
has child safety locks in the form of a big stone golem.
That's pretty metal.
No, it's made of stone.
Ah,
Hmm?
Ah,
Well, if it is not a problem for you, Lady Michaud, then we shall not make an issue of it on your behalf.
If you're
after a few moments, the sounds of it moving around subside and go away completely.
okay. Oh, Lady Michaud, are there any other surprises that we should know about as far as behavioral needs for the home?
Says, no, nothing. As long as I'm inside, there's no need to worry.
But if you go outside, then the stone golem comes downstairs.
He nods and says, yes, and my last cook. And then she trails off.
What happened to your last
eee.
cook?
I had to find a new one after I didn't know, and he was still inside.
Wait, what? You didn't know what? What happened?
I didn't know about the golem, and so I left, and then when I returned, it had killed
Oh,
all the intruders.
Uh,
that's quite a security
Ambrose
measure.
Ambrose kind of steps forward and walks in, kind of dusting himself off and still kind of shaken from the like 20-foot golem that just dropped from the ceiling, and he says, "Please, my compatriots, we're obviously bringing up rather harsh memories for our dear host, Lady Michaud here. Please, do, Mr. He points at Johnny and says, Rick, remember to just be a bit more gentle about the house a little bit going forward, please. Let's let Our Lady recover from today's events."
Absolutely, Lord Slappy.
My lady,
Close.
my lady, if I may ask, how long must one be a denizen of the house before they can no longer leave it? Or is it just yourself? Are the rest, is the man at arms, is your butler, are they permitted to leave the house at any time? Is it just yourself? Or is it after a certain time one becomes part of the house and cannot leave?
She says everything I've seen it's just me.
Okay.
That would certainly explain why you invited Mask to come and visit you rather than going to see him yourself.
She nods vigorously.
Yes, those dots seem rather connected now, don't they?
um, have you tried studying it at all?
Oh yes, all the time.
Oh, okay. So,
And does
is
it submit to your study?
She says yes. It's right next to my bedroom.
oh, okay. Um, I was. Do you want to leave the house? Like, could you alter the enchantment?
And she says that I could try, but I haven't. I don't want to make a mistake. And right now, I don't think I have the ability.
Ah, that's fair. Okay.
Well, Ambrose kind of assumes a magical pose. My lady, I don't want to intrude on this, but I dare say that now you have two very powerful magical sorcerer wizard people inside the house. If you would so wish, perhaps we could put our heads together on this one to solve your little golem neighbor.
You want to see it?
I could take a look.
Rana will
And he
go get
says, actually, yes, I would.
Will go get Rowan and tell him that he's probably gonna want to see this.
Hmm.
She'll like describe the thing, or mostly just say, "Hey, come on."
Yeah, Ron stepped out in the hall and saw it.
Oh, okay.
But he won't be opposed to taking a closer look.
See if I can. Ha. But it would be easier to keep track of where my notes are if I kept them all in the same notebook.
That's crazy talk.
And
Yes.
confirm when the notes are in the same place, you can find them
Chloe.
easier.
You have a whole node to yourself.
I think I type things. If I write them down, I remember things better.
That's yeah, fair.
You guys get nodes?
Oh, it's
What?
the. Wait, what?
I don't got any nodes.
All right, I will. If everyone is going, then I'll just move you all.
Yep.
Sure. Field trip.
I'm going to do this in kind of a interesting way. Okay, so I'll move you all there first. So this is the second floor. You've been here before. You've seen it. You love it. She takes it up to, or leads you up the first flight of stairs and through to the next area, which is over here. There's a couple doors leading to other rooms on this floor. This third floor is dominated by, or the central area is dominated by a table with a large map. Just like the the floor, there's piles of books everywhere, lots of scrolls, and some are open, others are bookmarked, lots of tabs and that sort of thing. I have to move you around a little bit differently as you go up the next staircase. It leads you to the fourth floor, which is the last floor of the tower. And see some sort of display items on this table here. Sword with a few candles that are lit and a small, what's it, like stone. I don't know what to call it, like a plate with, not plate, a stone thing with carved runes. And she unlocks.
Tablet.
Yeah, a tablet is a good word. And she unlocks this door to her left and leads you through.
Oh,
Big scary.
The golem stands on a stone dais that looks like that.
ooh.
Clearly where it belongs. And this room seems to be where she does some sort of preparation, magical. What is it? Her whatever her experimentations are, her magic research. She's got
Very powerful
on
wizard things.
her very powerful
Very
wizard magics.
powerful wizard things.
On the desk, you can see scrawled uh, ideas of spells to develop on the bookshelves, and here in the corner you can see various items in vials and jars, clay pots. This cauldron is actually full of water. There's a small fire. It's sort of simmering away, above which is a small pot containing what looks like the wine that you had given her to examine,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
which, if asked, she will say that she's still working on it.
Johnny's going to take a step over by the golem, not onto that dais that it's standing on, but just within comfortable close inspection range.
And then before you
Ambrose is
continue, last is this there's a circle of magic runes carved into the stone.
my
Evidence
specialty.
of evidence of dried blood is sitting in the middle, dried in the middle of the stone, and it looks like this particular spot is unused. It's covered in dust, but there are scrolls there.
Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I must say, my lady, this is quite the shebang you've got set up here. This is a nice big old comfy wizard tower for powerful wizards.
She smiles and says that my father would spend every night here.
Judging by the very impressive and very magical wizard things, I can assume that your father was quite adept in the mystical arcane arts.
Yes, he was a master evoker.
Ooh.
Rana just blinks. That's magic.
It's magic. That's magic, baby.
That's magic. I know it's a school. That's it. I got there.
At that point, Rowan will ask if he was a master evoker, why the summoning circle?
He can do two things. No,
Yeah,
she says he was a master evoker, but much of what he did was contact otherworldly entities and make deals, implore them for various things.
Huh.
I see.
Ambrose gets a look on his face.
Turned out better for him, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So Johnny will like slide his eyes over at Ambrose and then look at Lady Michaud. So your father was indeed and in truth a very powerful wizard.
Oh yes, he was quite skilled.
What
Hmm.
and what happened to him?
She says, let me. She says he passed a few years ago.
Oh,
I'm sorry for your
very
loss, my
sorry.
lady.
I am very sorry for your loss. Also, he points at Johnny. Stephen, don't. You can't simply ask questions like that. You're being very rude to our host. I'm very sorry, Madam Michaud.
Yes, Lord Slapnuts, of course.
It's,
He'll,
it's
he'll, go-
perfectly
he'll,
all right. We have uh, uh, an understanding.
and he'll go back to inspecting the golem. Not touching it and not getting anywhere close to touching the dais it's standing on. He's just doing
Like
that.
other golems that you've heard tell of, this one doesn't appear to be completely made of stone. It has kind of like the veins in marble, but much more uniform, straight, and they're not as jagged and moving about, kind of not like the sort of lightning bolt streaks through. Is veins of metal. And if you look more closely, you can tell that it is adamantine that has been etched into its frame.
Huh.
This is one
Oh.
very tough golem.
She nods.
I must say, the craftsmanship on this big fellow is quite exquisite. Look at all the little things and stuff in there. Ambrose can tell that, like, he can tell it's very impressive, but he also doesn't know anything about golem making or even like metals or anything. So he's just like, neat.
Johnny will say, "Well, my lord, if you look here," and he points to the metal. This is adamantine, same stuff that my armor is made out of, which means it is exceedingly durable,
Ah,
and adds support and some additional weight to the golem, but makes it much more resilient to damage.
as metal is known to do. That is very impressive.
Well, being able to shape and form adamantine like this is not an easy thing by any stretch of the imagination. I know master craftsmen in my order who would be hard pressed to get this level of detail in something like this.
Speaking of, raises a good question. Lady Michaud, if I may be so bold to ask, where did this golem come from? Was he a creation of your father? A gift, perhaps?
Uh, she's. I'm not sure. He acquired it when I was quite young.
Ah,
Uh, does it look familiar to Rana at all?
No more than any other golem might.
She'll get a little closer and like kind of sidle up, like I guess next to Johnny to look at it closer and see if she recognizes um any of the craftsmanship. Like, does it look? What I'm wondering is if it looks elven.
Mm, no, not particularly. There's nothing to suggest that it does.
Okay.
Johnny's going to wait until she's really engrossed in looking at the details, and he's going to lean over and go to her.
Rude.
Do what?
Give her a jump scare. Bah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because just
Yeah.
because.
Yes. Can be
Probably
fun.
works.
It'll be fun for Johnny. Yeah. Probably won't be fun for Ron, and he'll probably pay for that later. He goes, what? Anyway, my lord, have you? He points to the. Does this thing have any eldritch runification in it, or is it just the channels that have been laying? I take it they're going out to the extremities and into its core.
It's that can't really tell if it goes through to the core of the golem or if it's just on the surface level. Aside from the adamantine, the rest of it is stone.
But there are no obvious eldritch carvings in it or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay. Huh.
Ambrose isn't getting any sort of eldritch or aberrant vibes from it?
No.
What about this summoning circle? Can I make some kind of check to see what kind of vibes I'm getting off that?
You do Arcana.
Arcana's intelligence. That's unfortunate for Ambrose. Uh,
Oh no.
Ambrose, not too smart.
But really quick on his feet when thinking.
Very wise, but dumb as a rock.
You don't understand much of the circle except that it seems to be heavily. There's heavy protections against celestials written into the runes.
Ooh. Okay.
Do you mention that?
Yes. Ambrose kind of crouches down and kind of traces a finger along the border of the summoning circle and is like, I can tell, Lady Michaud, that this is also quite fine craftsmanship, this circle. Is it? I'm getting an essence, some kind of protection against celestial or higher beings from it.
Says, yes, Father would summon celestials quite often, sometimes of the highest order.
Oh my. That is quite a feat.
Are any of
Yes.
the runes actually written in Celestial?
Uh,
Because it is one of the languages Johnny knows.
you can go and
And
inspect it.
Althea.
Getting closer and inspecting it, there's no language that Johnny recognizes. Mostly seems to be arcane runes, no actual words or writing.
Uh, Johnny will reach out and ring out and says, Amanda, you might want to come in here and take a look at this.
Althea will step in and
He
have a look at the circle, and
leans over and says, summoning circle to contain celestials.
she'll look at it. Anything she recognizes from, like, the older letters in her packet?
Try. Um, no, nothing from that. No.
Okay. Anything recognizable at all?
Try a intelligence, and if you're proficient in either Arcana or religion, you can add that in.
Okay. Be here. Proficient in religion, so that's int. Should I just roll it as it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Normal. Mm,
Nice.
All right. So, in looking it over, you can see what Ambrose is talking about with the particular runes, but it's not solely protections against celestials. You can also see some against demons in there as well. And even higher powers than both. Though it seems that's a little unclear and you can't really understand what they are.
Lady Michaud, do you have perhaps any of your father's journaling of what he may have summoned and to whom he may have spoken?
She gestures to the dust-covered table there. You can see a
May I?
few. Yep. You can see a few open shelves with small journals on them.
So I'll go over and start looking through,
Yep.
see if there's anything that comes up that's interesting.
Okay. Grabbing up the first one. You just start at the beginning of the journal.
Pretty much. John, do you want to join me with this?
Sure.
If he may, my lady.
If you don't object to us handling your father's
She doesn't.
paperwork, okay. Well, thank you. I noted that it had been undisturbed for a long time, so I wasn't sure if this
I
was
have
a.
I have no interest in summoning things.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to look through these things. So, what kind of roles do you need from me? Because I have no arcana, but I do have religion.
The journals are just written in common without any, seemingly with no cipher or code to them. Just what the writer was thinking or feeling at the time.
Actually, Althea's going to start at the end and work her way back.
Okay.
And Johnny will pick up another volume and do the same.
Right.
Anything else of interest on this table or in this bookcase? Which is it? Is it a table or a bookcase?
This is a small table with a few shelves underneath. So it's kind of an end
Both.
table sort of thing.
It's a what sort of thing?
Sort of an end table with a
Ah,
shelf.
okay. While Althea's looking through the book, what else is on those shelves beneath it?
Nothing. Just the
Okay.
journals.
Okay. Then I'll look at one of the other journals.
I'll look over and say this. We may take a little bit of time if there are other things that you would like to do.
All right. We'll let you know if we find anything, my lord. He looks at Ambrose.
Yes, dude. Very good, Jonathan and Altheadin. I, he turns to Lady Michaud. I must say, my lady, I know that I offered help, but I fear, these golem, these summoning circles, even with my grand wizard powers of wizardry, which I certainly have, is this seems to be on a whole nother level. I fear this may be beyond me.
She nods and says, "It's beyond me as well." But I think that, and she looks at the golem. I should stay in here while you're perusing those.
Johnny looks over there, looks at the golem and says, I think that's a wise choice. Thank you, my lady. I'd rather not have to fight that thing. It
Okay.
doesn't. I don't think it would end well for me.
Flipping to the last entry in the journal that Althea has, this journal appears to have not been completed. So by which I mean that that's not page to page or cover to cover filled with notes. So about 2/3 of the way, there's no more notes. The last one is regarding an entity called Milethion, and there's some notes on the entity's home plane, and that there's mention of a, let's see, domains of fertility and relationships, and that
Oh my.
the method by which summoning the creature um, involves the use of holly and amaranth. but there's not much to it aside from that.
Is it dated at all?
No.
Continuing to flip through.
Okay. The next one back is regarding an entity called Zerasenin, and notes that the creature has a powerful psionic repertoire, that there's some musings, possibly was progenitor of fiendish aberrations, which are described somewhat. They sound horrible, worse than uh, most of the demons and devils that Althea knows about. The musings write that they seem to be more powerful than either pit fiends or balors. There is a small section near the bottom of this that talks about deciding against summoning it and summoning one of its underlings instead. And the information gleaned from it is unsatisfactory. The creature seemed to be without definable form, a mass of flesh and teeth, not unlike the Chip-bearing Mouther, but nonetheless, that it didn't seem to satisfy the writer in its summoning. But no mention of what was actually asked or the answer provided.
When? Have you ever heard of Durasenin?
Write it out so it's easier.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. That's a lot
Oh,
of syllables.
Cersenin. Okay. Yeah, completely botched that.
Cinnamon.
Has she? Sounds like something her mom might know about, but I don't know if.
No.
Althea will add progenitor of aberrations.
Would that be something she'd have found in any of the books she read in the interim?
Sorry, what was the question?
Would she have read anything about this entity? 'Cause she picked up some books on aberrations between campaigns.
Right.
Or would
Make a
this be something Alcara would have taught her about?
make a intelligence check.
Doo-doo-doo.
Is it a name Rowan might recognize?
You can do it at advantage if
Hey.
you. Oh, I guess it might not be needed. Uh, there's a vague memory, but nothing specific. If you did see it, it was like a passing remark in one of the passages, but
Right.
nothing in detail.
Okay.
But Rana remembers reading something about it in one of those books.
Okay, so she'll shrug and basically say that. Like, I've seen the name, I think.
Yeah, might need to go back and review, and then might make more sense in second reading.
Right. That makes sense. She had something to
No,
associate
for
it with.
Rowan. Right.
Okay.
Rowan found something horrible.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, that's creepy. Althea's going to continue flipping. She's going to be looking for the name Rodoriel. She's going to be looking for any other celestial names that she might recognize, or references to celestials.
Okay.
Was one of those names something that Johnny found in the book he was looking at, or were both of those what Althea found?
Both of those were in Althea's. And
Okay.
Johnny finds the one that Johnny picked up has a lot of, they seem like minor outsiders. You'll see, 1 second. Yeah, so you'll see references to like horn devils and possibly a Nelfeshni, but nothing on the magnitude of what you're hearing from Althea's journal. These could be earlier summons. This notebook is filled from cover to cover with notes. A lot of it is um, when there are notes on what was discussed. A lot of it will be things like, and then he, and then this devil gave me this creature's name to inquire further. Um, there's a make a wisdom check.
Happy to.
Nice. Doo doo.
Johnny begins to see
Go.
a it's sort of have to read between the lines and have an understanding of um, what's not apparent in the notes, that there's a pattern leading towards a like lineage, the heritage and inheritance, and lots of focus on uh, familial matters, though nothing specific.
Hmm. I'll share those findings with the group since we are here doing research. I'll share that insight with everyone.
Whose familial matters?
They seem to be the writers.
Okay.
Michaud nods and says, "Yes, my father was very loving and such a great father. He was a family man.
Hmm.
He taught me everything I know."
Althea looks up. Lady Michaud, may I ask, who is your mother and what happened to her?
I see you're going exactly what I was thinking, Tara.
Oh, Sabine? My mother, Sabine Michaud, she created a very powerful elixir, the elixir of transmogrification. And she looks back at Ambrose and says, if I could give you some, then maybe you could have those mouths and parts that you said you needed to say your patron's name."
I'll, well, that is a very tempting offer, my lady. Unfortunately have a rule about not drinking anything I don't see made.
That one's actually good.
She looks a little crestfallen. Says, I never learned how to make it, but I, I suppose that maybe we could. Uh, oh no, then I guess we can't.
I uh,
Give me an insight
sure.
check.
Yeah, I'm thinking that she is what he was researching, both through this journal and the journal that Tara has, because it all seems to be aligned with some sort of offspring, and that's her. I think she's the culmination of all of his research. I don't say that out loud, but that's player's intuition here.
Um, okay.
If we ever get a chance to speak privately, Althea will have that discussion with Johnny because she's thinking exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Lady Michaud, you said that your mother made a transmogrification elixir, but what happened to her? Where is she? If I may ask, if it's not too invasive a question.
He says, "Oh, she died when I was very young. I never met her."
See.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yes, I am sorry for your loss. It must be terrible having lost both parents.
Mm.
Yes. Yes.
And do you know her family? Your grandmother and grandfather?
No, I never met anyone from there. From my father, he he started my schooling very young, and I moved around the country and to the conclave and south to um, whatever that academy's name is that I've
Skull.
forgotten at the moment.
Is
What was that?
Gold?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
To various places. Yeah, the East Gold is. Um,
Lady Michaud, how old was your father when he unfortunately passed?
she said it's just a few years ago. So he was 42.
And how old are you, my lady?
Ha.
Make me do some math.
Jonathan,
Says
that's
I'm 20.
You don't, he says, you look so very mature for your age, my lady. I'm sure your father
Jonathan,
was,
behave yourself.
what?
What is this? What?
My lord,
It's a
can it?
compliment.
My lady,
Ow.
you would do your father proud with the knowledge that you have shown and the hospitality you have shown us. If I have in any way overstepped my bounds, please accept my most humble apology.
She chuckles and says, I think that your um, apology was accepted, and glances at the golem again.
This is to you, my lady, not merely to the house.
She doesn't say anything in response.
Okay. All right. So if that's the path that I've taken through this book, I'll go ahead and replace it where I found it. Are there any other uh, journals down there, or were there just the two?
The two.
Okay. Anything of interest on top of the table?
No, there's a couple candlesticks, but their candles melted almost to the nothing, and they're also covered in dust.
Look closely at the candlesticks. Are there any runes carved on them?
No, they seem mundane.
Okay, cool. I'm done here.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Althea finds a couple more bigger named entities. One seems to be a Baylor, described as one of the jailers of the Abyss. The writer estimates that he has 3,500,000 souls in his possession, or its possession, and it's called Garavine. Garavine, I should say. And the writer muses that perhaps it knows some weaknesses of the demon lords, and that seems to be the course of questioning notated underneath. Uh, there's a few items he seems to be focusing on a question of. I'll tell you. Let me get this one in. Garavine.
Does he list a weakness for our cause?
Uh, Oddly, no,
Damn.
no.
Okay.
That would have been real convenient.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
But well, that's partial. Instead, the writer is asking about Sargarath. Sargarath's weaknesses, which seems to be only one gleaned from whatever this. If the writer did summon the Baylor, from the Baylor, weakness has to do with angel tears, which must be a euphemism because Althea has never heard of any angel crying literal tears. Whatever a form that their sorrow takes, no like teardrop actually forms in the
Hang
same
on.
sense that it might for humans.
Okay. For some reason, I feel like the green marble veined angel that met her outside of Shifnal cried at one point. But okay.
I remember it looking at her very sadly, but I don't remember hearing tears.
Okay.
Oh, it was raining though, so maybe it did that cool anime thing where, it's raining and then it looks like it's crying.
I'd have to
Oh, hell
go back
yeah.
and look at my notes. Anyway.
Nerd.
Nerd.
He says actively playing D&D.
Like, doesn't that resemble? Oh, don't we all resemble that remark?
For just having rebuilt my computer with new components over the last 3 days. Yes.
How many times? Anyway.
4. Shut up.
Okay.
Oh God, Jacob, why?
Oh, you're the one that said it.
I know I am.
Tells me I need to look.
It's just an anime thing.
Oh, okay.
What's it from?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, probably.
Yeah, the scene happens in both.
Oh,
I don't remember this scene.
you're
So
a cruel, cruel man.
It's
I
when
didn't post. Oh, actually, there's someone else that's much crueler than I. But go on.
It's the
is it when he combines the dog and the daughter?
No, it's when he's standing at Hughes's grave with Hawkeye
Hmm.
after the funeral.
Oh, okay. It's been a long time since I've seen the anime. So
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other cool things in the book?
The last,
yes.
the only celestial found in the book is, I'll just type this one out for you as well. Eolthamon, which is I always say this wrong, one of the higher level celestials that is responsible for revealing visions of conquest
Huh.
and commander of one of the legions protecting the material plane.
at least it wasn't Steve, the god of hairdos.
Whoever decided to do that cosplay is both cruel and amazing.
Like
Sorry.
like the couple that goes around as Batman's parents,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and they just every time they see a Batman, they just lay down in front of him.
That's horrible. I love it.
Really horrible. Ilthamon, sorry, responsible for revealing visions of conquest and leading what?
Ooh, Planetar.
Commanding the legions protecting the material plane.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So many wrong cosplays. So
Then
little time.
Althea sees other more notes on creatures that have been summoned, but they're similar to the ones that Johnny found in that they aren't. They don't seem to be uniquely powerful, but more run-of-the-mill entities that were summoned for smaller matters.
And the questions asked of Aelthamon and the answers, if any?
So where that's normally found at the bottom, a small sort of writing after the fact. It's blank. It merely says that the entity was summoned and what's the word? and vanished.
Huh.
But the same sort of notes are not there for the last one. Melethion, I mean.
Right, Melethion, who was the one for fertility and relationships requiring holly and amaranth.
Correct.
Okay. Is there any holly or amaranth in these bookshelves anywhere?
Looking over
Dried and
the
crumbly.
looking over the ingredients on the shelves. Yes, you do find a little bit of both. There are various charts, and all of the entries have some notes on how to summon the creature and what's required, what materials might be useful, as well as some that might be helpful in aiding protecting against. So, like against the Baylor might be holy water included in there, but it's not necessary to summon it, just as a supplemental item to assist. But yeah, holly and amaranth is there, as well as just perusing the book. Each of the entries has items that can be found on the shelves.
Okay. Yeah, not going to invite Ambrose to look at any of these recipes, thank you.
I might.
You might, but I'm not going to bring it to your attention. I am going to point to the holly and amaranth, point to the book, and show that to Johnny.
Hmm. And Johnny just look at Althea and kind of gives it very interesting, and leans in and he leans in close and says, "Like minds, indeed."
Althea closes up the book, places it back carefully, doing her best not to disturb any of the other things on the shelves. She does tap a little bit at the back of the, back behind the books to see if there's any kind of a hidden panel or anything.
Looking at it, the back panel is, just judging it, you can see that there wouldn't be any hidden space. But if you want to give me an investigation check to more closely look, that's acceptable. Althea can rule out any hidden spaces in the back panel or anywhere on this small end table.
All right, she stands up and dusts off her hands, steps respectfully around the summoning circle, and also trying not to disturb the golem. Says, "Thank you, my lady, very much for your time and patience while we read through those things. I appreciate it."
Well, since Johnny finished a little earlier than Althea, he's going to rummage around in his bag and find a ounce piece of mithril and just later use. He's got like scraps and detritus in there of different metals, so he's going to find about a 1 ounce chunk of mithril.
Okay. Was Rowan looking at the rest of the walls, or just that one spell?
He's looking at all of the walls.
Okay, because with some dedicated study, you might be able to figure out how to complete this one, or any of them, depending, if given enough time.
Ooh, neat.
Although that one might not be as appealing, depending.
Seems useful.
Yep. Okay. I'll feed those to you individually.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a real pressing matter at the moment, I don't think. It is interesting.
What do you do now?
Well, once we get back downstairs, Rana will, if we're all just kind of hanging out, Rana will suggest checking out the area where Prusika was supposedly lives.
On the way downstairs, Rowan would like to actually take a look at the map that's showing on the table.
Okay. Are you just gonna glance at it quickly, or are you gonna like linger behind while everyone else continues down?
He'll linger if that's what it takes.
Okay.
He's curious.
Everyone else files down as Rowan stays behind. It doesn't seem like Michaud notices. Let me grab some peoples and go like this. Oh, I'm glad I didn't mess that up.
We moving.
That would have been terrible if I had. Or would it? Would have been perfectly fine. There was nothing to be revealed. There's no reason that there's a third of the map that hasn't been looked at.
Surely not. No.
Oh, surely not. No.
Not suspicious at all.
I kind of
Uh,
felt like it'd be rude to start unlocking doors.
I'm gonna send a whisper of what you see on the map, and then you can decide. You know what? No, I'm just gonna send this to you in private, and you can decide if you want to share it or not.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone is just hanging out downstairs. And I'm sorry, I know that you said something.
No, it's okay. I was gonna suggest checking out the area of town where Prusika supposedly lives, and then, like, on the way, asking around about sightings of big insects, because that seems to be what follows her around, like Timon said.
So are we Scooby Dooing? Because it seems like we're starting to split up the party.
No, presumably this you would head out after uh, Rowan finishes, and if you wanted to do that, you could all head out.
Johnny says, I need about an hour. I have something I have got to take care of.
Okay.
Do you need company,
All
John?
right.
No, it's a ritual. But it will most likely be useful later.
You require the assistance of a very powerful and very magical wizard sorcerer.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and if I see one, I will most likely ask his assistance. He smiles beatifically.
Oh,
It's funny.
Tell me he didn't say that in front of Lady Michaud.
No, absolutely not.
It's funny.
Says, no, my lord, I just need some time to pray. I have a ritual that I have to accomplish. So I forget, are we staying at Lady Michaud's or are we staying somewhere else?
We're staying at Lady Michaud's.
Okay. Lady
How many
Michaud,
nights has it? How many days has it been since we started staying there? And Mask is doing.
One.
It's the
Okay.
first night.
Okay.
We had
Cool.
one night.
Cool.
Lady Michaud, while my compatriots are out, may I retire to one of the guest rooms?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're free to go to the guest rooms as much as you want.
Okay. Connie's going to go up to the guest room and use Artisan's Blessing and take that 1 ounce of mithril and turn it into a pendant of was it a sun? Give me a second. Let me look at this thing. It's very specific. Pendant, sunburst pendant. And 1 ounce of mithril is worth 100, over 100 gold. So it makes the requirement.
Okay.
I learned Dawn.
Cool.
Vampires are screwed. 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder of sunlight.
So the map on the 3rd floor is a map of Gresha and a little bit of the surrounding regions with notes scrawled on it. I've sent those to you, and if you want to, you can share it, assuming that whatever you're telling them about it is going to be done in private, if you want, so that it's not like standing in front of the lady at the house and like, so while I was standing up there without anyone, this is what I found.
Yeah. He'll come down and in private let people know what he was up to. If there's interest, he'll share some of the information that he gleaned from that map.
Do tell.
Sure.
Shall we
Apparently
go into the
there's
dining room? Have a seat?
Join Johnny for his ritual. Everybody pile into the guest room.
some important things like erosion near some cliffs. He suspects Breakin is heavily populated by ducks.
Like
Yeah,
ducks.
yeah, by ducks.
Wow.
Huh.
Whack, whack, whack.
Ah,
I mean,
fuck.
good to know.
Yeah, some sort of anomalous sound found from some ruins, that sort of stuff.
Anomalous sound found from some ruins?
Yep.
What ruins? Where? What kind of sound?
It didn't say, but it did say it was the ruins of Selena, possibly. There's some sort of accent on the A.
Where are they?
I don't know because I don't have an actual map. I just have notes of stuff that was on the map.
Oh,
Does
you
the
were looking at a
name-
map.
Yes. Yeah, Rowan would have explained that.
Yeah,
I
I
said
know.
that he did, in fact.
Right, I know. You were looking at a map, but the ruins were not labeled on the map.
No, actually,
No,
these
I physically didn't see the map, so I
No.
don't know where they would be on the map.
yeah, let me explain that a little bit because that makes that question can be answered a little bit differently. So, pull this map up that no one can see except for me. So those are actually near the edge of the map that Rowan was looking at. The map that he was looking at was just of Gresha. They're listed off to the. This map's taking a while to load. And of course, none of what I need is there. Nothing. To the southeast, more south than east, that is. So if we look at, oh, and I spelled it wrong for you. So that doesn't help. So I'll fix that in the, but yeah, to the southeast. But it doesn't note any area in Gresha itself.
Does the name sound familiar to Johnny at all?
Or Rana.
Rana knows it as a old Iminye city outside of Gresha. So you're yeah. That doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
Not even a little bit.
Selirna is how I would.
Yeah. There we
Selirna
go.
is what I would attempt to That's the guess that I would hazard. That's what I'm trying to say. Hold on.
Silirna. Nay? Wait, what did umlauts do again?
Hugo Weaving over here and have him pronounce it.
Or Benedict Cumberbatch.
Haha. Umlauts.
Oh,
The umlauts don't behave normally in Elvish, and by normally they don't follow the German rules.
Elves are not German. Good to know.
The elves are not German.
I asked
They're
one once.
Norwegian.
They were like 9.
Ha!
That's
You
not even a
said to
joke.
the south. Oh, you said to the southeast?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Interesting.
Isn't Porthcawl over that way?
Oh, it's far out of Gresha.
Yeah,
okay.
so if asked, Rowan would say that it's more south and more east than Porthcawl is.
Okay.
I will be right back, folks. Gotta take a bio break. Sorry.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. Well, Rana would be very interested in going and checking that out, but I know we've got other things to do. I don't suppose there was any sort of date. That's just all the bleh, my God, this question. That's all the information that was there?
About the sound, yes. Just
Okay.
that there was an anomalous sound in those ruins.
What does that mean? Anomalous sound.
Is
Okay.
it worth
I don't
us
know.
going to investigate?
I don't know. I know that Mask has Mie's bell, and that's the same clan. The clan whose bell Mask stole, that is some of their ancient homeland.
But how long ago was that notation made on that map?
I don't know. That's
And
why I was
how
asking.
far and how far away is it? What kind of a journey are we looking at for that when Mask is supposedly going to be here in 2 days?
Oh, we definitely wouldn't be leaving before Mask shows up here.
Okay.
That's for sure. But I am curious about it. And I'm also very curious about what anomalous sound means. I gotta write that down.
Really quick, is this conversation happening? Can
Yeah.
I talk without the Vizmir voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying. Let's go into one of the rooms instead of standing in the hallway.
yeah.
That's a good call. We don't want
There.
Jeeves overhearing.
Ah,
Jeeves.
attempted token movement collides with at least one wall. I freaking hate this.
Yeah. We'll go into
Sorry.
a room to speak privately.
I just went over into the dining room, the place with the violet lime green chairs.
Rana will follow. I'm making a note. 1 second.
I don't know where the dining room is. There it
There.
is. Okay.
How did all of you manage to make that move without colliding with the wall?
I had assistance.
Jacob did it for me.
Oh, okay.
I was
Rowan did it
frantically
from
moving my
another.
token around looking for chairs, and I just
Yeah, I did it from another floor entirely. Boom.
Mhm.
Not a single wall or floor collided with.
Wow.
Okay.
that mentioning the big bad man. Have we thought, like, I know that I'm a master tactician, and getting us here and getting us in here was kind of greatest tactical move ever. But what are we actually going to do when Mask shows up? Because he's terrifying.
Pretend to be his faithful.
Oh, well,
Pretend to be all about him.
he's not gonna buy
Isn't-
that from me, but I do intend to hear him out.
So maybe disguises?
Yeah, doesn't he know our
Rowan laughs at
faces?
that.
It's a decent suggestion, but he, at the very least with me, he seems to know for whatever reason. I think he is able to, he just knows where the bells are. Or something.
Got bell sense.
So, he shouldn't, but it sounds like he might.
Oh.
Yeah, the suggestion that he has spell sense is sensible.
Ah. Boo.
Oh.
He said it. Said it.
It's just for
Johnny,
you, Rana.
save us from Rowan's bad puns.
Just for Hawk.
Must have been bad if he's giving you that much punishment.
Ah.
Nah. Well, we need to have a discussion, but I don't want to have it here in the house.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So, shall we venture out in search of this? Oh, what was his name again? The Timon and Prusica?
No, we don't need to look for Timon. Timon told us how to try to find Prusica. Prusica is the one we're trying to find, because I think she's the one hunting down hedge mages. That's so difficult for me to say for some reason.
Johnny looks. I really need to do this ritual, so I need an hour.
Well, we thought you were. We thought that was what you were doing while we were off talking.
Oh, okay. Is that Jacob? Is that where
Johnny's
we are?
done.
Okay, thank you.
Johnny's done.
Cool.
We
Yeah.
got some breakfast.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize that. Cool. All right. So yeah, we need to leave that. We need to leave here for a while
Okay.
and then have a conversation.
Do we need to find a secure place to talk?
Would not be unwise to do so. Yes.
Okay, then back to Chiron's house.
Okay.
Back to the house we all know about. Don't say it.
Oh, she didn't say that out loud. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying as the player. So when Rana confirms
Okay.
that we want a secure place to talk, then
Yes.
yeah, she'll be like, all right. She'll nod and lead the way.
All right.
Sounds good.
You arrive, you're greeted by the family and welcomed back inside, given some space, and the younger lady who had accompanied you at one point told to make like a tree and leaf, and she scowls and exits, giving you your privacy.
All right.
Go make us some tea,
Hi,
youngling.
Chris.
So,
I'm assuming that was Chris.
Yes, it was. It's happy to see.
given what Althea and I found in those journals, I am convinced that whether or not her father, Lady Michaud's father, made the golem, he literally made her. Not sired her, made her. Because everything is pointing towards lineage, towards carrying on. And what Althea, when in the book you were talking about, what'd you find again?
And Althea's just kind of giving Johnny a funny look. So the last entry was about Meletheon. Gave some explanation of Melethion's home plane, and speaking of fertility and relationships, the summoning required holly and amaranth, remnants of which I found in that bookcase. And to me, it's either that her father, Lord Michaud, either secured the specific aid of said entity in ensuring that the daughter was begotten, or I mean, yeah, that's all I can think is that is that it was that without that entity's intervention, she could not have been conceived. But that was his final effort, and then he swore off summoning.
Maybe he got what he wanted.
And I think you're right. I think that he did get what he wanted, but at such a cost that he had to travel the world with said offspring for quite a while because there is no record of the mother. There's no family that Lady Michaud remembers. And she was bounced around as a child from place to place to place, and all that happened was Lord Michaud showed back up here 3 or 4 years ago with a grown daughter. It would be interesting to know if there's
Who happens to be just under half his age.
right. So it would be interesting to know if this Sabine is someone that the locals remember, if it was the lady of a local noble house. What sort of birth records are there, if any? And to be fair, does it matter?
I don't think it matters in the long run. I just think it's an interesting bit of information to have if she was potentially created, created into being, not necessarily birthed.
It's of interest. What concerns me more is that that summoning circle is set up to contain some phenomenally powerful beings, and quite frankly, I don't want Mask knowing its existence. Because what if Mask
Yeah.
puts it into his head that he's going to summon something and then destroy it?
Yeah, Rana will chime in when she says that. Like, yes, that is my thought exactly.
That would also explain why she cannot leave the house, why the golem is there to visit violence on anyone who visits violence upon her, whether it's intentional or not.
Mhm.
Yeah. And why she can't seem to differentiate between herself and the house.
She can leave the house. She's done so before, but the golem thought the cook was an intruder. That's why she doesn't.
And and
Yeah,
turned him into paste.
Yeah,
right. Something tells me that that would happen with anyone or anything in the house.
that's not her.
Right, that's not her if she leaves again.
Yeah.
And so
I'm pretty sure.
yes, you were right, Rana. She's trapped. Not that she views it that way, but she is trapped by her own fear. And e- let's just say it explains so much of why her household staff thinks she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
What are Cocoa Puffs?
I knew someone was going to ask that. Sorry about that.
Fantasy Cocoa
Anachronism.
Puffs.
Dude, this is it's one of my boss's favorite sayings. Unfortunately, it seems to have gotten into my psyche.
Anachronism? I love that game.
It is
Well,
interesting. It's all
like
very
I said,
interesting.
it may come to nothing. It may be something of import later. Either way, we know that Lord Michaud was trafficking in high-level summonings.
Yes.
And
Dude had some real good mojo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Althea gives details on all of the things that she found to everyone about Baelor and Sargarath and Aelthamon. Could be. I admit it's very tempting to try and summon Aelthamon myself, but no. Just no. Not a good idea. Not wise. I would love to find out some things, but I'm not playing with that kind of power. I have a grand idea. It's not exactly it's chaotic. It's not necessarily good. I think we need to provoke Mask into attacking Lady Michonne,
I
because the
hadn't
golem will take care of him.
I hadn't thought that directly. I did think about the golem as a contingency for if Mask causes problems, just kind of pick up Lady Michonne and drag her outside. Um,
And let
except,
Mask try to deal with the golem.
yeah, but that would probably make us
Except
the target, not Mask.
It
The only
would make
problem
us
with
the
that.
target. Yeah.
exactly. No. Provoke Mask into
we
attacking Lady Michonne.
I don't know. Yeah. I wouldn't know how to do that, but it is an idea. The thought of using the golem to our advantage did cross my mind. Just not quite sure how to go about that.
we'd have to pull
Get on the other
some.
side of her from Mask and make him attack us through her.
What were you saying, Ambrose?
I mean, I don't know if we get to the point where we got to throw down with Mask in here. I feel like I've built up a pretty good repertoire with Lady Michonne, and at least I kind of got the impression she's not a super diehard flunky for the guy. She's kind of just interested in his freaky magic stuff. So, we came to blows. I think it would be kind of easy to just ask her, "Hey, this guy wants to kill us. Can you give us a hand?"
Really
She'd
possible.
probably be interested in just watching him cast. Um,
Yeah.
Jeff, you got that whisper a little while ago, right? After the insight roll.
Could anybody polymorph him
Yeah.
into a duck?
Oh yeah, I should bring
oh
that
my
up.
gosh. Also, Brecken is not inhabited by
plan.
ducks. My mom has been there. It's just a normal city. Actually, I mean, it's a little weird, but
Far as you
normal
know.
so much as, you know.
As far as you know, could be ducks there. Can't see them.
Well, I mean, there's a big lake next to it, but
And yeah, as well, while back, oh gosh, I'm kind of blanking on exactly in the conversation that happened. Think was it when we were up in the attic talking to her and asking her about her parentage and stuff?
Shoot.
it was the
I was like,
transmogrification conversation. You said you
yeah,
don't drink anything that you don't see made, and she was like, "Oh, well, I suppose, well, wait, no, then we can't." And it sounded like she got a
yep,
little discouraged and disheartened, and then he made the inside check.
yep. That's exactly when it happened.
Yeah. Thank you. My memory is very bad.
Nope, it's not.
With my
You're
fancy
fine.
insight, thank you.
Who's talking? No.
It seemed like she was on the verge of wanting to say something, but she just kind of it looked like she got kind of wigged out and stopped herself before she could keep going. I didn't want to press her about it.
Like afraid?
Possibly.
Interesting.
Was either afraid or she just I don't know, could be secret, could be she just seemed very trepidatious to share more information.
Huh. Well, I mean, if her mom developed the the formula and the potion, and it's like special, then that stuff tends to be very secretive. Like my Aunt Driona formulates her own potions, and she's pretty secretive about that and her recipes. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Wizards tend to be very secretive anyway. Also, though, back to the point about coming to blows with Mask, Rana does not think we're ready for that at all. Even if Michaud and her golem
Agree.
decided to fight with us, I don't think we're ready to fight him. So my plan is to hear him out, maybe ask some questions of my own, see what information we can gather, and then hopefully he will let us leave peacefully. As long as we don't pick a fight.
We might need to put on a convincing show of being agreeable to his propositions. I don't know if I'm
Oh,
going to be able to do that. Rana, I don't know that you're going to be able to do that either. Are
I
you?
it's less what Rana thinks will work is genuine curiosity to hear him out, whether or not she is agreeable. She's hoping to appear neutral, like she's considering it, if that makes any sense. So she wants to hear him out. She does want to hear everything he has to say. That's true. But not because she intends to become a supplicant. But that, hopefully, the goal is to leave that up to interpretation.
I admit I'm curious if he intends to be a god after tearing all of the other ones down, or if he means to tear them all down and then go back to being a man
I don't
or
know.
a mortal. Because tearing down the gods to become a god smacks of hypocrisy.
I mean, I suppose it depends on his intentions behind it.
Getting very neutral here.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Meaning alignment wise, we're getting very neutral here.
Oh. Well, I mean, for sure.
So what else do we need to discuss that would need to that needs this level of confidentiality?
um,
Johnny and I both found things of interest in those journals that seem to point to Lady Michaud being not necessarily born but created, or born of a specific of the influence of specific non-mortal beings.
There's at least one horrifying spell.
Has Rowan shared that?
oh, the spells on the walls?
Mhm.
Chaos?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to talk. So yeah, there was such a spell uh, that was attempted, but it was incomplete. So I do not think that that is how he created, or I don't think she was created in such a means.
Wait, what kind of what spell? What kind of spell?
It would be similar to a clone, except instead of a direct clone, it would be a clone of two people, similar to just creating offspring.
Oh, interesting.
But the
So,
spell was not complete.
okay, so it does kind of sound like it, assuming if we assume that Lady Michaud had a mother and a father, sounds like they were just having trouble having children.
Potentially, but what happened to Lady Michaud's mother? Where is the rest of that lineage? Where is the rest of that line?
Yeah, I don't. She
Yeah.
might. Well,
Was
obviously she doesn't know.
right. Was the Lady Sabine a natural creature, or was she extraplanar?
Hmm.
Ooh, you think she had a magic mama?
Um, Althea kind of looks at her own hands and says, "It's been known to happen."
No, in this time period, the nobles tend to keep their own records, right, Jacob? Like they'd keep the records of their families and lineage.
Yep.
It's not like that would there's not like a municipal building of
Oh no, there's
records.
the county recorder, and no, nothing like that.
Okay, okay, that's what I thought. Well, I mean those records would be here probably if this is their family home. They've been here for generations, according to the earl that that owns the winery.
Well, another thing we could do is ask any gaffers or gammers in the area if they remember a Lady Sabine.
Yeah, we could. I don't think my family that's not exactly the circle that they run in, so I don't think they'll be very helpful in this regard.
I might be able to ask, but I suppose it depends on who we feel we can speak to without becoming targets. Never mind that I'm a target anyway. But hey,
Well, it's also to your point, like, does it matter? Like, I would prefer to prioritize finding Prusica, especially if she's the one killing hedge mages.
so then let's do that.
All right. So travel to the near the edge of the city.
Yeah, I think you said like south west. Or wait, no, just a little
Yeah,
bit
sounds
west.
like
I don't know, mostly the south.
yep, southwest area near the forest
Where are
line.
you on the? Was it by 117 or 116 something there, or is it over here? I can't
Pretty
remember.
close to each other, so I'll just say yes.
Oh, well, I couldn't
'Cause,
remember
yeah.
which group of buildings.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
just so long as we get back to the Michaud house before sundown.
Yeah.
Or else you'll all turn into pumpkins.
Sure.
Halloween edition.
Okay. You ask around about insects
Yep.
when you get to that area.
Yep.
All right. Let me take a look here. Can I just get a general charisma check from someone?
You got it.
I was gonna say not it.
I was gonna say I've got a decent charisma.
I've got a -1. I should go.
Oh my lord! Seriously?
Perfect. Thank you.
A very powerful, very non-charismatic, very, very, very
Oh,
wizardly
that's
monkey
hilarious.
Dude.
stuck a banana in his own ear.
Like, yeah, great. Like Rana using her inspiration and getting a 2 after a 1.
Can I get
Ah,
a
so good.
perception check
Man,
from someone?
Me.
Sorry, get a what?
A perception check.
Somebody else.
It's already happening.
Here we go. Okay.
She looked around. That's terrible because it's a smell. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
You saw it.
Well, Rana perceives. No. It Ambrose takes the lead, asking people on the street, "Hey, you've seen any insects around?" Most people are like
Looking at
taken
his
aback and
tattoo.
like, I don't want anything to do with this person. I don't know what this question is. This is weird. I just want to go buy a chicken down the road. And so it takes a while. 20 minutes go by and still nothing. Most people are just, no, I don't know what you're talking about, or completely ignore him until as you're moving through, Rana spots a small building. It's not connected to any others in the area. Like you see a lot of like row buildings where there's shared walls in between, or there's back to back sort of thing. But this one is standalone, which isn't impossibly uncommon, but it is unusual. And in the front, you see a couple small hedge bushes, bushes with what appears to be just an inordinate amount of arthropodic insects.
Rana points.
Brownie looks.
Insects.
Yeah, it's
Are they
easily.
moving or are they statuary?
I mean, they're moving around on the bushes.
And they're large?
Ooh.
No, they're normal sized.
Bugs, 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 bugs.
Okay.
Anybody have a blowtorch?
See
Wait
a
a
lot
minute.
of centipedes
Flamethrower?
and beetles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, George and Ringo.
Huh.
But
Okay.
no spiders, right?
You don't see any.
That's good.
Yeah.
So approach the house or the building.
Do we want to surround it?
Do you think that would be a good idea?
How big of a house is it?
It's about. It's taking a while to load. Let me just pull up my drawing. Drawing. It's about 30 on one side,
Okay,
and
I'd
it's
say
mostly square. So
30
I
on a
guess
side.
that's 900 square feet.
That's a small house.
Okay, how many? I'm saying Althea's going to take a quick walk around the building and see what doors and windows there are.
There's a front door. Next to it is a window, shuttered. And then walking around it, you see a window on the left and right wall, nothing on the back, no other doors.
Interesting.
What time of
Alright.
day is it?
Early morning,
Sweet.
close to noon,
What
actually.
does Rana know about vampires?
Um,
I'm sure that'll be
Gotta
some
invite
sort of
them in.
check.
They don't like sunlight. They drink blood. They're resistant to weaponry.
Does she know
They have
about
Renfield.
silver? Wait, is it silver for vampires?
No, it's
For
werewolves.
werewolves.
I thought that was werewolves.
So just staking then. Does she know about the staking?
They've been known to
It
eat
works on
steaks.
most things.
Sunlight, wooden stakes, garlic,
Like holy symbols,
Yeah.
symbols of true faith,
water. Yeah,
Flowing
symbols of
water.
true faith, not just holy symbols.
Garlic and holy water.
and telemarketers.
Yeah, I hate the telemarketers.
And fire.
Actually,
Um,
I'm gonna take a quick break myself.
Yeah, I
Be right
also need to run to the restroom, so I'll be right back.
Yeah.
okay, so 2 minutes.
Break.
Okay, I'm back.
So,
I have returned.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then other things are like that they are in league with creatures of the night. Hear like ghost stories of them having werewolf, what is it, minions, enslaving people to do their bidding during the day, and similar things.
Okay. Okay.
do we know how vampires feel about tentacles?
I don't know enough about
Uh,
vampires to know how they feel about tentacles.
the kinky ones like them.
Yeah, it's probably on a vampire to vampire basis.
Further testing required.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so do we want to knock? What do you think? Try the door?
With just base perception, Rana hears nothing inside.
Uh-oh. We
Okay.
missed the the
Return.
recommencement. Return, yes. Are we knock? If we're knocking on the door, Althea will have suggested that she and Johnny take up flanking positions to keep an eye on the two side windows.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll knock.
There is no answer.
It's just what a vampire would do.
Does she
Blah blah
know?
blah.
Does she know that the if Prusica is a vampire? Does she know she's most likely asleep?
Are there any nosy neighbors looking on?
Not nosy neighbors. People are milling up, going about their day. No one seems to be paying attention.
See if the door's locked.
Yeah, yeah. After
Hey,
knocking
quick,
a
what
few more times, assuming that there's no answer, Rana will try the door.
The latch is easily turned, and the door opens inward or outward. Is it outward? No, door should go inward. Inward.
Rana will push open the door, but
front
not
doors
enter.
typically go inward.
Okay. As the light from the day spills into the room, you can see it's a single room. There are no dividing walls. You see inside various um, items of inhabitants, bed, some sort of wardrobe, maybe a stove out over in the corner, boxes and barrels, rug on the floor immediately inside the front door.
Look for traps.
Um,
I'm not kidding.
investigate.
Damn traps.
Is Johnny no longer covering that side
No,
window?
Johnny's telling Rana, he says, check for traps.
Oh, okay. She'll
From
try to
15
check
feet
for
away,
traps.
so he's kind of shouting.
Yes, he's going to yell at the top of his lungs, hey, as you're breaking it. No. But no, Rowan, you raised a good point. Yeah, it's like Johnny's just like,
Yeah, for trash.
yeah, careful.
Johnny
Actually,
shouts to check for traps, and there's just like a family on the other side of the street looking at us.
Well, I mean, we're probably 20 feet away from Rana if we're just watching the sides of the.
then yeah, in that case, that would not have happened. Sorry, I didn't realize we were that far away. It's a 900 square foot house, so
Right. And if that door is smack in the center, then it's 15 feet to either side,
that's true. I didn't
plus
do the
another
math.
5.
I didn't do the math.
Okay.
It's a little offset, but yeah,
I'm terrible
If
at
it
Same
helps,
math,
amount.
neither
so.
did I. Same.
Okay,
Okay.
so is he next to Rana then?
Johnny. No,
Johnny.
he's still checking the side, so no,
Oh, okay.
disregard all of that.
Okay. So she'll beckon, I guess, to Ambrose or whoever is like not with her necessarily, but like behind her to like come look, see if there's anything. Is there anybody in the bed?
You peer into the darkened corner, and you don't see anyone.
Okay. So yeah, she'll like wave to Ambrose and I guess probably Gaz, see if they come take a look and see anything that she's not seeing.
Yeah, Ambrose goes up and takes a little peek-see inside.
Gaz shrugs and then shakes his head.
Okay. Oh, she'll ask Gaz if he can sense anybody in there.
There's no one.
Do you know if you can sense vampires?
He furrows his brow and says, if they're near me,
Okay. Interesting. Rana will carefully take a step inside.
he's standing
With her
on the rug of the entryway, just inside the door. A little bit easier to see into the corners, but otherwise, nothing's changed.
Does Rana have dark vision?
Yeah. Half elf.
Team half elf.
Just checking.
Demon half elf.
Okay. So, are there
Gaz
any like
gives
lamps?
Ambrose a high five. No,
Haha.
team half. He's half human, half elf, half something else. No, he's three halves. I'm sorry. What was the question?
He's
Are
extra.
there any lamps or something to light?
No.
No?
Nope. You don't see any candles,
She'll
torches,
duck out
lanterns.
for Johnny. Johnny!
Yes.
Or I guess
Right.
Rowan. Anybody give me a light?
Roan just sort of looks at her. I'm not going to enter uninvited into the house of someone by force.
It wasn't by force. The door was open.
Prude.
Right. And I'm sure the local authorities will take that into consideration should they find us here.
Rana shrugs and continues exploring inside.
Authorities, shimorities. I can shoot lasers out of my hands.
Johnny will pick up a small rock on the ground, cast light on it, and hand it to Rana. Here you go.
Thank you.
Use the magic rock.
Okay, so now, yeah.
Using the magic rock, you step inside.
Yes.
Okay. You step inside, looking around with the light of the lit stone. Um, the immediate items nearby have a thin layer of dust on them. So that'd be like there's a small table near the door that doesn't look like it's been used recently, as there's just dust on it.
Okay. Look around for anything unusual. Maybe a trapdoor. It's a one story, right?
Yep. Make an investigation.
Ambrose also follow in and start looking around and like assist with the investigation or make his own investigation thing.
Okay. Do investigate with advantage. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Moving through the building and looking over the various furniture and looking under, moving things as need be, you find just lots and lots of dust cover. And as you move around one corner, you see a small mantis looking out at you that quickly grows to the size of about a halfling before it swipes at you with one of its claws. So that will be initiative.
Interesting.
Shit.
How far is Rana from the door at this point?
About 20 feet in.
If that's initiative for all of us, I just got the message there's no active combat encounter in your currently viewed scene.
Yep, give me a moment to
Okay.
get this in properly.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
We're on the city map, and it's like we're initiative in the city in general.
Whoop.
E. Undercroft? That's cool.
Hey!
On a
Somebody's lucky.
Not where you want your 20s, but that's fine.
hey, I'll take it.
Maybe even roll. Yes, okay.
Jacob, I can't see anything outside of the building.
That's weird.
I can't
Yeah, I
see
can just
anything
see
at
lights
all.
open.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
loading for me.
Well, I think it's just there's no light sources outside of the building.
Well, that doesn't make sense. It's day.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
The
Yeah.
light source is
I
the
can
sun.
see
Now,
Gaz, I can see a little bit of Rowan, and I can see down the side of the house.
I'm no Neil deGrasse Tyson. I
You're not?
typically think of the sun as a pretty good light source.
Well,
Typically.
Gaz just disappeared.
Evil friggin' fireball in the sky.
Yeah, I see about 3/4 of Rowan. I see all of Gaz, and I can see down the side of the house.
That makes sense.
I-
I
Is there
see
is there like an alleyway then?
Ray.
Yeah, you're looking at the side. You were watching the window.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is there another building to my immediate side?
Oh, I mean, there'd be one maybe 10 feet away.
Okay.
Guess I could have made the enclosure a little bit bigger, but it's hard to
That's
I'm
know
gonna try
exactly what you guys are going to do
reloading my
before you do it.
page really quick.
So that's Rana's go. Two smallish praying well, bigger than you would want a praying mantis to be, but not man-sized, are coming at you. Oh, also, I should mention that it takes a really long time to add furniture and stuff to maps, so I'm probably not going to do it anymore moving forward. Just
Fair.
do it depending on how much time I have available in a particular week.
Every room is
That's
empty.
valid.
hmm So Rana's go.
Let's see. It's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'll come over here. And I know it's going to swipe at me. That's fine.
Or is it? It misses.
Okay, and then I'll shoot at it.
All right. We'll see if it hits the head. I think that's a roll at disadvantage if you're aiming at something. That'll hit. Oh no, that misses. It pings off. Okay, so it hits its head and pings off of it, not piercing the carapace.
Let's try one more time.
Why?
Oh, well,
That just plain misses.
yeah.
Making it Johnny's turn with Althea up on deck.
So do I hear? Can I hear the commotion from out here?
Yeah.
All right. So 5, 10, 15. Excuse me, Rowan.
Yeah, you can just move past him. You don't have to worry
20,
about.
25, 30. I'm now inside the house and I see Ambrose.
And 2 mantises?
Oh, that's probably
Nope,
light
I
source.
see
Stelis.
Ambrose. Oh, I
Oh.
see you.
Lack of light sources inside.
I wish Ambrose
Rana.
could see Ambrose.
Well, that lit up rock should cast 30 feet of light, shouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
30-foot
yeah.
diameter.
40, 20. Yep, it does.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Now I have full vision in the room, and Ambrose is right in front of me. So,
Is it still
5,
not loading for you, Jeff?
Yeah, it's I reloaded the page and now it's stuck at 99%. So
Oh no.
no, not
Okay.
good.
I guess I'll try reloading it again. I don't.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on that one there.
Okay.
It's a saving throw DC 17
Okay.
for the critter.
It does not succeed.
Ah,
3 points.
3 points of
Oh.
radiant.
Frustrating.
Boo.
Yeah,
That's okay. Now I can use Toll the Dead.
do be that way sometimes.
Althea's go. Ambrose is on deck. If it doesn't load for you, I guess I can just do some Eldritch Blasts. I mean,
Yeah, that's
uh,
what I was
you
gonna
can,
do anyway.
you can still do the Eldritch Blast from your character sheet, right?
Yeah, I can still like press the numbers and stuff, but I can still see the chat and stuff, but yeah, it's just a gray screen for me with loading Undercroft at 99%.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. That sucks.
You know, Alaska internet.
Kind of gray. Quick question. Where are the bushes that had the bugs in them?
Right here. And on the other side.
Oh, fabulous. Okay. And I don't have anything that resembles fireball. Damn it. All right. How far off the ground is the window over here? And is it big enough for a person to get through?
4 feet. It's shuttered. Looking at the
Okay.
shutters, you think you could squeeze through it, yeah.
Eh. Yeah, but but that's gonna wind up being difficult terrain anyway. All right, so I'm gonna do no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that.
5.
Excuse me,
No.
Rowan.
15.
In and in. What's that? 25, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like it. Look, now that you're inside, seeing the walls, you see that there's no window on the inside. So presumably the shutters outside are fake.
Oh, fascinating. Damn
Can't even
it.
afford Windows in this economy.
And I actually would have tried to go for that
The
spot.
house's
but I guess
windows
not.
failed to load.
And I can't get into
Too
that
soon,
spot.
man.
Damn it. Crap. As I was going by Raz and going, Jeff
Sataz.
and Rowan.
Or when you came in, you could have gone between me and the wall and gone that other way. Remember, I don't take up the entire 5 feet of space that I'm standing in.
Okay. But the question is
I don't know. Johnny's a big
is it
dude.
okay to
Yeah.
for me to be there? Okay, cool. So I would have said to Gaz and Rowan, light those bushes up, burn them out as I was going past them, and then presumably the mantis right here is also largish and threatening.
It's about the size of a small halfling.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go whackety whackety. Halberd. Tries halberd. Attack.
That looks
Such a cool name.
That's a cool picture too.
We'll miss.
Okay. Butt end. Attack. What
That will
just
hit.
happened? I didn't mean to actually do that. So there's the damage. Normal. And
Nice.
and then once again with the regular.
That will miss.
That will miss. Okay.
I catch a break with the halberd head.
No, well. So it goes.
Did it
Yeah.
load for you, Guff? You made it sound like you were
Did
possibly.
Ambrose
Oh,
is here?
I heard a gasp
Cool.
of wonder.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, oh, it must have loaded.
Internet working? Hard to believe. Ambrose is going to just step over here and fire off an Eldritch Blast, one at each of the mantises. So this first one will go to that one, and then second one, the one against the far wall.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, let's go!
That'll hit.
That'll hit a lot.
The other one misses.
6 have a lot of armor.
That doesn't look like it's in. That doesn't seem to have rolled enough, isn't it?
Yeah, 2d10 plus 5. What?
Well, maybe it is.
No, it's only 1d10 because it
Yeah.
has the extra targets.
Mhm.
So Eldritch Blast works.
Yep. All right. Rowan is
Wait,
on
what?
deck. The mantises move forward. One will attack Althea. Actually, they both got blasted, so they both attack Ambrose.
I mean, one got blasted at.
Yeah. Yeah. Close enough. I don't know why I clicked it twice.
Ooh.
Get rid of that
Claw,
one.
the attack's so nice, you click it twice.
Defender. No, Sentinel.
What's Ambrose's AC?
Believe it's 13. Let me double check that. I think I just know that at this point. Yep, 13.
One of them claws Ambrose for 11 and grips on, grappling him, making it Rowan's go.
What?
Just so you know,
Really quick.
Sentinel. When a creature within my reach makes an attack against a target other than me and the target doesn't have this feat, I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Okay.
Can confirm I do not have that feat.
Okay.
True as halberd. One shot.
One more halberd. Come on.
Which one
Damn
did you
it.
attack? I guess
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
the closest one, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Damn it.
Oh, it's within 5 feet. Okay.
So,
Oh, it's within reach, so.
No, it says when a creature within 5 feet of you.
Uh,
Maybe I need to go to the source book rather than
okay.
the internet. I'll
Okay, yeah.
look. But it's Rowan's go with Gaz on deck, so I guess I don't need to tell anyone that.
Alright, Rowan will cast Mind Sliver at which one's grappling Ambrose?
Left, the one to the left of Ambrose.
Okay, yeah, that one. So I'll
Okay.
need an intelligence save.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Yeah, probably not.
believe it or not, I don't think this mantis has a doctorate.
Like, unless it rolls a 20, I don't think it can make that save, if I recall correctly.
You do.
Yep.
Minus 4.
Hmm. Okay. So it deals 6 damage, and its next save is reduced by 3. And yeah, that's it. Contrary to instructions, Rowan will not be committing arson.
They're rolling. It's making me nervous.
Gaz enters the room, whips the one to the left twice, and it is Rana's turn with
That's what I was looking for.
Johnny on deck.
Okay, let's try this one more time. One more time. So I'm gonna shoot this one. Yeah. And Colossus Slayer. And then I'm gonna shoot it again. Yeah. Okay.
Some hefty damage. That will bring us to Johnny.
Hold the dead on that one. And since it is damage, 17 wisdom saving throw.
All right. From the injured one.
It takes negative or -3.
Yep, it fails. Isn't it supposed to do D12?
Yeah, and I don't know why it's not, because it didn't give me an option. It didn't give me an option for it to be damaged.
I think the versatile damage is the D12s.
Oh, okay. Let me try that then. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. Now I've gained knowledge.
As everyone knows, knowledge shared is knowledge halved.
Wow.
Althea's go with. I assume you're not moving.
No, I'm not moving.
Althea's go with Ambrose on deck.
You.
Okay. Let's see. Going to. Yep, just shift there so that I have the advantage on this so-and-so. God, come on. There we go. Dude, seriously.
We'll hit.
Does that hit or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it still up?
It is.
It is. Okay. Then butt end. Okay.
That will hit. Still up.
These things are
Still
tough.
up?
Yep.
Wow. This thing is vicious.
Sheesh.
It's got the magic pixel.
Apparently it does.
That'll hit.
Oh, a smashing good time.
How many times can you attack a turn?
Two attacks plus a bonus because she's got polearm mastery.
Oh
So
my
3
God.
hits.
That'll kill it. Let's see if
Nice.
that was the right one. It was not.
Let's see. So I had moved 5 feet. Can I move any more?
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. I'm just going to go right there. The heck? What just
Don't worry.
happened?
I'm just moving them around. Don't worry about it.
Ambrose isn't armed, so that's not flanking. But that space is because Gaz has a weapon.
My
Just
fists
as a
are
reminder.
registered deadly
Oh.
weapons.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the hint. Because I figured
it came
it
up
was
2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I figured that if you were an allied combatant, it mattered. But
Nope.
He's not threatening. He doesn't have any weapons.
Yeah, he's not threatening. Ambrose is go.
Okay.
Standing here with like caked on dark eyeliner, black robes with weird books saying I'm not threatening. Come on.
I mean, if I saw that in real life out in the world, I wouldn't be threatened.
Sorry,
Wow.
eyeliner doesn't make you threatening, dear.
Man. Okay. I am just gonna cast a cheeky little bit of oh, it's not injured. I told the dead on the mantis.
Okay. Also, I forgot to mention this. During Johnny's hour of ritual, Ambrose would have also got a short rest in to get that spell slot back that you cast.
Oh,
So
hell
make
yeah.
sure to get that.
Thank you. I did not realize.
Yep.
See, what's good for Johnny is good for everybody.
Psst. I wouldn't have spent a hit dice on that, but I appreciate having the spell slot back.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm a told the dead him.
What's the DC on that?
17.
And it's
Is your
wisdom.
wisdom 20?
Yes, it is. Or no, my charisma is 20.
Oh, that's
what my
right.
stuff goes off of, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
He is told.
You told him.
He tries to claw. Just only. Yeah, Ambrose again. Womp womp. It is Rowan's go.
Yeah.
Mantises can smell all the bug blood on Ambrose's hands.
Same as last turn. 8 damage. 4 from its next save.
All right, Althea. No, not Althea. Rana's go as Gaz whips it 2 more times. Actually, only whips it once.
Well, he has advantage too.
Hey.
All right. Rana's go with Johnny on deck.
Oh no.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That'll hit.
Trombone.
Okay. And
Damn, that's
okay.
some serious damage.
And then Johnny's go
Told dead.
with Althea on deck.
The sharpshooter damage is nice. I like it.
It does not save.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
buddy. Get some. And then
Althea's go. Oh,
Johnny
sorry.
will move here.
Althea's go with Ambrose on deck. I don't know if it'll live. We'll see. Well,
Seriously?
that doesn't hit.
Oh.
That's a pain in the ass. Dude.
That does hit.
But not a critical hit, unfortunately. And
All right.
one more with that.
That also hits. All right. It's hanging on by the thinnest of margins, and Ambrose is up.
Get it.
Uh,
Maybe not the thinnest of margins.
Not as thin as that other time.
Guy says he has all his health. Can't be right. There you go. Now he did.
Ambrose gonna toll the dead again.
Okay. What are you gonna tell him?
Typical 5 cents.
He saves.
Oh, damn. Does Toll the
Dude.
Dead do anything still if they save, or does it just not?
It just
Just
doesn't.
invalidates it. Okay.
Rowan is on deck as it claws at Ambrose one last time, I think. Womp womp. Alright. And
Thank God.
Rowan's go. It is still alive.
That is one beefy.
Until Gaz whips it good. Yeah, that hits. Okay. Yep, it's dead. Okay, so as it dies, take stock of the room again and notes that one of them dislodged some boxes. And with the previous investigation roll, it's easy to find a trapdoor in this corner.
Yeah, I knew it. Okay.
We should eliminate the bugs outside before we go investigating that. Just saying.
Well, they didn't like come attack us when their buddies were in trouble. So we're probably fine. But definitely worth taking note of. Try to open the.
Ambrose opens the trapdoor.
Rowan, if you don't want to come into this building, please keep an eye on the bugs in those bushes. Okay, never mind.
As
Runs
you
eyes
open
deeply and enters.
the trap door, it you hear from the door itself magically spoken into existence. It says, "You are walking a lightning path, sinner. Return from whence you came before." Oh, let me see what I. Oh yeah. Return from whence you came, and forget this place.
Huh. You are
A
walking a
lightning path.
lightning path? A lightning
Anyone
path.
have absorb elements?
Ambrose shouts down into the hole, "You put a badass magical voicemail tied to this trapdoor and expect me to forget this place?" And he starts going down.
Okay. As you take a couple steps in, you note some dried blood here. But nothing else unusual.
Oh.
Johnny will follow after Ambrose in case he gets himself in deep.
Yeah. Althea, do you want to go
I got
next?
2 spell slots. I'm ready.
Do I want to? Not
All
particularly,
right,
but
stop right
that's
there,
what I
Jeff.
do.
I
Johnny's
think
going to cast light, so I get some light source.
Okay, I need a dexterity saving throw from Guff, and looks like Johnny as well.
Oh, I should have seen this one coming. Hey, not bad.
nice.
Hey,
Hey, Johnny over here doing cartwheels.
in full armor, yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, so from there, as you continue down the staircase, and the staircase is actually straight, but for certain purposes, I made it curved like that. You can, looking down, it continues down about 60 feet or so. But that's not fully represented on the map. It's not to scale. As you continue down the path, after the blood, you take a step and the ground explodes in arced lightning, bursting out and filling the corridor. Let's see.
He wasn't lying. Lightning path.
That was surprisingly literal for an ominous voice message. Oh no.
Ambrose takes 26 lightning, Johnny 13.
Take 26?
Mm-hmm.
16
man.
save?
Did not save.
Ouch.
Ooh.
I have taken my damage. You okay, buddy? Yeah, you're not okay.
I am sub 50%, but I'm still trucking.
Johnny will reach out and give him a cure.
Cured.
Oh, you'll love to see it.
We're just going to
And
cast
feel
a
it.
single spell, a single level. We're not going to upcast this one.
Very nice.
Pretty
That's-
nice, yeah.
Hey, I'll take it.
And how far ahead
Hey.
of them did that come from?
About 20 feet down.
So watch for
Well,
traps.
that was exciting.
Yeah. You could say it was
Electrifying? Wait.
electric.
Ah.
Electrifying, yes.
Shocking.
It's electric. Do me.
Ambrose turns around and calls out, "Hey, you guys!" Thanks,
It's
Tor.
a very powerful, very magical wizard. Yes.
Okay. As you get nearer
Oh,
the bottom
shit.
of the
Please tell
stair,
me
you can
Johnny
see
actually did that.
the room
Johnny
opens
actually
up
did that.
into quite a large space. You can see figures crouched between, or not crouched, kneeling between columns. They are in robes, and each wears a featureless mask. Between the pillars are, what are those things that come from the ground, or Carolite tabrets, or from the ceiling? They're not curtains.
Stalagmites?
Banners?
That word. But yeah, banners strung up between the pillars, obscuring view, but easily passing. You can easily
It's
pass
real
through them.
fancy. You could call it a tapestry.
Yeah, tapestry. That's the word.
Johnny, do you think that was a one and done, or should I be better prepared?
I want to be better prepared just in case.
They seem to be in prayer, with heads bowed, and you can
They
hear
don't
soft
notice me.
murmuring from them. You can also see a thin layer of smoke in the room. Not so thick that it obscures vision, but it's definitely there.
You guys blazing up down here?
What do you see, Ambrose?
Ambrose turns back. Is it just Ambrose and Johnny at the bottom and everyone else is still on their way?
They're a couple feet back, but they're there.
Okay.
You can see everyone.
Ambrose just turns back to the group and he motions like a chopping motion towards his neck and he presses his finger to his lips, trying to convey to them, be quiet.
Yeah, Johnny gives
Oh.
him a thumbs up.
Like, what?
And Ambrose presses himself against the wall and starts to gently, like, slink into the room, lightly murmuring the Mission Impossible music under his breath.
Make a stealth check.
Do I get advantage because of the Mission Impossible
Gosh.
music?
You do
Oh,
not.
gosh.
Damn.
Althea, you're in front of me. You weren't moving, so I was. Go ahead.
Right. I was
It's kinda
debating whether
sneaky.
or not to do something, but I'm just going without it because I'd rather have it available.
All right. They seem not to notice as you slink down the stair.
Slink down and then
So
press
good.
myself up against this wall.
So again, kneel down, heads bowed slightly, hands clasped, murmuring.
Johnny's not really good at stealth. He's going to be as quiet as he can be, but not good at stealth at all.
Yeah, I suppose we all
Okay.
ought to do
Make
stealth
your
checks. then.
stealth check at disadvantage, I believe.
Oh, yeah, because the armor is real
Oh, yeah.
clinky-clacky.
Oh, boy.
Eee!
That's Althea is,
That's
yeah.
Althea's.
Yeah, that's mine. Sorry, just Putting it out there.
She drops the halberd on the stone floor.
I figured I may as well to just, go with it.
Pretty
Same
similar.
roll.
It was a 7 and an 8.
Sheesh.
That's funny.
It's amazing.
Ambrose manages to slink down the stairs, and then it just sounds like somebody threw a garbage can down the stairs as our heavily armored friends.
What's up,
come down.
guys?
But Ambrose, you get to now move because you got a distraction.
Oh, I
You
do
can now-
not like
Ah.
what I'm
Also-
seeing.
Yep, as Johnny gets closer, the light from his light spell spills over them. They seem not to notice.
Wait, who's carrying the rock?
Johnny can cast
Johnny
light
had light on
cantrip.
himself.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Rana
Oh,
was
yeah,
still
would've
carrying the
killed
rock or
the-
not.
Yeah, that killed the rock or the light on the rock. So
Anna can keep carrying the rock if she wants. Might be a neat rock.
It was a magic rock.
Emphasis on was.
now it's
Ambrose
just
is
and rock.
still pressed against the wall. He's gonna slink around this corner.
Oh, with the trash cans walking down the staircase, they're still not moving.
They weren't. As Ambrose takes a couple more steps in, they lift their heads up and stand, turning to face you. They are weaponless, but one of the ones near the back says,
The fancy ones.
Mhm.
"Leave this place or you'll be killed." Only warning.
What is this place?
Really quick, can we tell who they're looking at?
Just
Clearly?
the group in general. I mean, there's 6 of them, so it's hard to look at all of them
Okay.
all at once. But and with the mass, it's harder as well to note exactly.
Ambrose can tell that they see him now.
Yes.
He steps out from behind the column and is like, "Oh, and guys, I told you that staircase wasn't to the bathroom. We should there." He's looking at the dudes to see if they buy it.
They don't.
Rana
Where-
asks, "Where is this? What is this place? We're looking for a woman named Prusika, or a halfling named Prusika."
It is not your concern. Return.
She is not our concern.
Yes,
What
she is.
Well, yeah, she happened to try to kill a friend of ours, so
Move
that's
the
a
back
little
ones.
concerning to us.
Move forward. The side ones move towards the wall.
Is there any religious imagery?
Looking at the tapestries, you see representations of the gods of Gresha, all dying.
Yep,
I
This
think
is
I saw 2 of them,
these are
actually.
masks, homies.
probably.
Did.
Probably. They're all wearing masks.
They're all wearing masks. Oh my god.
Probably. Yeah, I was about to say probably should have guessed that from the coordinated outfits.
Yeah.
We're matching.
We're
But the two
owl
in the-
exterminators.
The two in the back are really
You
fancy. They
false.
must be in charge. Or is any of them wearing a really fancy hat?
No.
Okay.
Well, why don't you exterminate this owl? No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Okay. I was expecting like a
It didn't
giant
have a
owl to
health
appear
bar,
on
so
the
no.
board or something.
Wait,
Wow.
so why is she no concern of ours? She tried to kill a friend.
And your friend deserved to die.
Oh, that's great. Then
Oh, I don't think so.
I think we take issue with y'all if you're protecting her.
Okay. Okay, Ambrose kind of turns back and forth between the groups, and the cultists just going like, okay.
Right. As Johnny
I
steps
feel
forward,
like this is
they begin to murmur to themselves, clearly about to cast spells. Roll initiative.
Shoot.
Once I
this is
actually
just a big misunderstanding.
No. If they're murmuring to
Yeah.
cast spells, Rana's gonna try to interrupt. Wait, did you
Oh,
ask for
shit.
initiative?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. Great. That is wow. Hey, can I take the
Adorable.
15?
Would have been a couple steps in.
Did you
Nah,
say
he's back there
adorable?
still.
I did. There's a displacer kit in there.
What?
Kittens?
Not anymore.
Where? Oh. Displaced.
Oh, they've got advantage. That's not okay. Oh, no, they don't. Never mind. We'll shut up now.
They all take off their masks and it's just Rana clones.
Whoa. What?
Cult of Rana.
That sucks.
Okay, so one in the back begins to move forward. As he does so, you can hear him say, "Mask, give me strength." And before he gets to where you are, golden plate begins to form around his body. Plate mail, I should say.
Oh, that's so cool.
Rana, well, not that anybody's looking at Rana, but Rana is very angry.
Okay, have a sec, because I'm trying to find, it's not in my Forge character sheet, but I'm trying to find where my armor of the Pavis.
He points, and a
how
red
does
bead
it
streaks out
activate?
from his outstretched
No.
finger, bursting at this spot,
Ball.
requiring a dexterity saving throw from
Fireball.
everyone.
Everyone?
Yep, fireball.
Yarp.
Oh
Gonna suck.
no.
No, we were warned, but so it goes.
Well. So much
Oh.
for
What
that.
bonus does Althea give
Shit.
within the whatever feet? 10?
That's a lot of
Hang on, that's crap. Sorry,
think it's
I'm just
3.
looking at my one going Pharrell. Where is that?
What are you looking for, hon?
It's just your
Got the
charisma.
aura of courage and
Yeah,
aura
it's
of
3.
protection. Yeah, it's +3.
Which means that Ambrose saves.
Oh my god.
Everyone else failed. Everyone else failed.
Damn, okay.
Ambrose
That's
takes 17 fire.
Jesus.
I take
Everyone
half
else.
damage too,
Sheesh.
because I'm resistant to fire.
So am I. And my halberd is resistant to fire.
Her halberd extinguishes fire.
My halberd extinguishes fire.
Magical fire.
Non-magical
Magical
fire.
Ah,
Okay,
So
non-magical fire.
17 to anyone that's resistant to fire. Everyone else 34.
Oh.
Rowan's gonna cast Absorb Elements.
And because we don't have the time to do this fight, we're going to leave it at getting fireballed,
yay!
which is
Oh,
just what
man.
everyone likes.
We're gonna use my
It
fancy.
also lets Tonus be there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, good call.
Be good.
Yeah,
Wait, does he arrive pre or post Fireball?
Post.
Thank goodness.
Wouldn't that be a jerk move? All right, everyone. Welcome to this session. I need a dexterity saving throw from Tonus. As he rushes down to join the group, he gets fireballed.
face melts Liger a little bit. Oh man!
Well,
All right.
this is great. I love getting fireballed before I get to activate my resistance to fire.
I mean,
Which
it does
happens
seem that way.
every time. It happens every time.
I wish something would do cold magic, so I could resist that.
Are
Like
you
my
resistant to
halberd?
cold?
Oh,
Jacob, question for you.
Yeah, that's
I got a ring of healing that does healing 3 times a day. Is that the 2d4 plus 4 healing?
we never found out where that came from. I guess I have to find my notes and just really find out where that came from so I can look it up.
oh yeah.
I don't.
Remember that
It's
being a
not.
thing.
It's not in
That's
here.
right.
This is no good.
Put it on the docket.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, my
And
Armor
yeah,
of the Police doesn't explain what it does in Forge the way that it did in the other one. Roll 20.
Okay.
Sorry,
All
buddy.
right. Till next week.
till next week.
Till
Take it
next
easy,
week.
everybody.
Yay.
Hey guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.